Hello everybody, today is another nice sunny day, so I am going to continue with my solar panel heating experiment. First I am going to make stand for solar panel, and it is quite easy. You can ask Chat GPT or another AI model what is ideal angle for your location, and it should give you an answer. Okay, so I'm going to continue, and I'm going to change these light bulbs. I'm not going to use them because I already burned few out. They are 12 volt and there was problem with voltage. The solar panel was burning them out. So instead I'm going to use these resistors, and I have got, you might guess, for free, because I have got them outside from this black thing which was inside old solar power inverter, and I was just watching this, and there was this, so I thought that there might be quite good resistors, so I disassemble it, cleaning it. There are two capacitors, two resistors, and I have got just few of these nice power resistors with 25 ohms. So this is nice, and I am also going to change these three fans. This is 12 volt 0.42 amps, because I have got few another fans. I liked this one because this is with heatsink. It's from old computer, but I have found also this one. This is from some sort of, I don't know, I don't remember, power source or something like this. And the point is that this fan is nice and big, and it's also 12 volt 0.45 amps. So now I am going to jump on computer and find out what I need to do. So, just in case, I have asked that I have 30 volt 6 amps, what the resistance needs to be, and answer is 5 ohms. So I know that for the load I need 5 ohm resistance, and now I'm going to ask for fan with 12 volts 0.42 amps. So I ask the AI, and answer is that I need 56 ohms for 30 volts, but there will be voltage drop, so I also ask how much it needs for 25 volt 6 amps, because there will be voltage drop, and I need about 40 ohms. I have also asked another AI model what's the resistance needs to be, and for 25 volt 7 amps, it doesn't matter, probably it's 36 ohms. So from 36 to 40 ohms for this fan to safely operate. But I have 25 ohm resistor, so I need to drop this resistance to 5 ohms, and also increase resistance for 46 to 40 ohms. So it is quite easy how to do it. So I am just putting it to the parallel resistor calculator. I have 25 ohms plus 25 ohms. It will give me 12.5. Add another one. And it will give me 5 ohms. So I need 5 resistors in parallel. Basically, like this, you are putting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is quite easy. And now I'm going to create 36 to 40 ohms for cooling fan, and it will be a little bit more complicated, but pretty easy as well for everybody. So for fan, I need serial parallel connection. So I will put, for example, 2 in parallel, and I will see what's going on. And from this will be another one here. So 25, 25, 25, it means 12.5 plus 25 equals 47.5 ohms. Great. So I'm going to quickly do it and test it. And here it is. This is for fun, so I have two in parallel connected to the one in serial. So this will give me 47.5 ohms, and I created this star shape. There will be all connected together, but I didn't connect them yet because I want to test and see the chart, what is going on. So I will took measurements. I can add two more, just for me to see what chart will look like, so I can see what is the best for this solar panel, because every solar panel is different and this one was damaged. Okay, let's do it. By the way, this is very nice stand, because if I will turn it like this is for summer, and if I will turn it other way, this is for winter. So there is another angle and I can basically simply switch it, move it, and that is for winter and for summer. So now I need for summer, for full sun exposure. So this should be perfect in my area. 37.5 ohms connecting to the load. Yes. And you can also hear the sound. Working nice. It's not too much, not too nice, and it is without load, so there will be, I will see how it will behave under the load, because there will be less voltage. Nice. Now I'm going to connect it and I will see what's going to happen. This, and also put down this paper. So now there is full power. And the resistors are getting warmer. Wow. Ooh, it is nice. Ooh, it's getting hot. It's hot, I need to... Oh, because it will melt something, table. It's hot. Okay, so this is working quite nicely. And now I'm going to connect it all together. I am thinking how to do it, and I need to put this fan this way because it will blow air this way up. So I was thinking that I can put this on the bottom so there will be gap. But I think that I can do a little bit better. I will basically stick these resistors like this, 3 pieces, and they will act like yeah, it is. Oh, and they will act like stands. So it will be in the air, and I will put this somehow on the top, so there will be nice and cool air going through, but with a little bit gap between. Yeah, and this is quite nice, big fan. And look at that, this is looking great. It is nice and easy, and it is looking very nice. I really like this look. I will make tests with 1 up to 7 resistors to see on the graph what is the best for this solar panel, what's the best power output. So now I'm going to do some testing. Yeah, and by the way, it is working. So I'm going to wait for full sun because there are some clouds, and I'm going to do some testing and I will show you what I found out. I took the measurements, and with that is end of this video. No, I'm joking. I'm going to show you the results. And here are the results. As you can see, with this is highest ohms, and as ohms was dropping, there was also dropping volts because amps was going higher and power output was going also higher. But there is maximum power point of this solar panel, and it seems like for this solar panel it was here, as you can see here, because it was from 25 ohms only 52 watts up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 resistors. So with 7 resistors and 3.5 ohms of resistance, there was maximum power output of 177 watts. So it's quite a lot for this old solar panel and also repaired. So I was quite surprised, and yeah, I took this, put it to the chart, and as you can see, here are on the bottom are ohms, so resistance, and here is power output in watts for this one solar panel, and it is quite nice. I didn't expect it to be that nice because my measurements are not very precise, but it is looking quite nice. So this is from 52 watts, 85, 113 up to this point. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 resistors of 3.5 ohms. Yes. So yeah, this is maximum power output for this solar panel. So this is looking quite nice. And final question of the day is if it's worth it. And I think that for me, yes, because I have a solar panel for free and all the components for free. Depends on your situation, but this is I counted how much money I can save in a year. I'm counting that one day we'll have 4 hours of effective light, because there is from the morning less, there is like peak is coming from the top and so on. So I am counting only 4 hours of effective sunlight during day of full power. In my case I have 4.8 crowns per kilowatt. It is in today's price 0.22 USD, so 22 cents in dollars. And in one day I can save 0.88 USD. So it's not a lot, but in 7 days it is 6.16 US dollars. In 1 month it is $26, and in 1 year it is $321. So it depends on everybody's situation. I think that it is quite interesting to see how it looks, and I have also to say that this is not really true because I don't need to heat whole year. So I need to heat house only, for example, 6 months. So if I will divide this to half, so it will be about $160. In my case it will be 3,500 crowns. And here I have to say it really depends on what solar panel you have. My solar panel is old type 240 watts. So if you have newer model, you easily can have double the power. So you can easily have 6 months of 320 watts of heating power when you will need it. So it really depends on what type of solar panel do you have. And now some final thoughts. This design for me is very nice, but I will need to change it. I will need to change it by adding heat sinks, because these resistors was quite hot and this even air is blowing on the straight on them, it's not enough, so I will need to add some heatsink. I will do it for next testing in autumn or winter, and I might add another fan to cool down the resistors, so maybe 1 or 2 fans, it doesn't matter because solar panel is quite strong. So question is if it is worth it. So I would definitely say straight yes, under few conditions. First, you must have solar panel for free or almost for free, otherwise it's not worth the money. And also you have to have other components almost for free, or basically you can disassemble or buy very cheap from eBay used resistors or something like that. Even with solar panel, there are a lot of solar panel on internet from people who want to upgrade for new one and want to sell old ones for very cheap, or from some dumpsters, or I don't know. It really depends on your location, so it really depends up to you what you have or what you can get. And it also depends for place for solar panels and possibility to mount them somewhere. If you have space to put solar panels somewhere, or I don't know, to mount on the roof, or I don't know where, it is really worth to think about that. Another thing to think with what you are heating your house, because if you use gas or oil or electricity for heating, it really depends, because you can count how much money you spend for heating per kilowatt. So there is no point to create something like this from solar panel if your heating is extremely cheap. But in my case, as I am using electricity for heating, it is quite expensive if you count out winter and autumn air, everything, water and everything. For me, I still don't know, because I need to take measurements during autumn and winter to see how much power I can get, and according this I will see how much I can save during year, and then I can multiply in, for example, 10 years time. And because I am using just power resistors and no MPPT inverter, for me it is quite cheap and reliable source of heat without breakage of solar inverters and so on. So this is pretty reliable solution and extremely cheap. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you like my video, please consider subscribing to my channel, and I am going to continue with this for autumn and winter to count how much power I can get, and I will put it to the graph and I will see if it's worth for me or not. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.